Hey everyone, in this video, let's talk about how you can work with Suno. In order to do so, here we are at suno.com. And if you're unfamiliar with Suno, then once you're logged in, then you should be met with a screen like this. And one of the nice things about Suno is that it does provide 50 free credits every single day. So you can come to Suno, you can play around, and with 50 credits, basically that's going to be about 5 generations. Now, whenever you do a generation, Suno is going to offer you two different examples. So we'll just take a look at that. So whenever we do a generation, then it's always going to give you two. So you could see here, there's two here, another two here, and each time it does that, basically it costs 10 credits. So 5 credits for each example. But the reason that it does this is to kind of give you some options in case you prefer one thing over another. So you can kind of play around with that, and 50 free credits per day is actually pretty decent, depending on what it is that you need. If you're just looking for some music for perhaps an ad or for some sort of a post, social media post, and you just want to add a little bit of music to it, then Suno can be really quite useful for that. So the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to select here where it says create in the main menu. And then there are a few options here to take note of. So the first things we'll take a look at here are the button that says custom, and we also have the instrumental button here. So these are two things that you're always going to want to pay attention to. So with custom, if you're looking for something that's very simple, you're looking to do something that's very simple and you don't want to think about it too much, then all you have to do is come and toggle the custom option off, and then you can just do something simple like a cool beat with synth wave vibes or something of the sort. I mean, you could really play around with it, and you can really add a variety of styles to it. So you could put in jazz, you can put in pop. There's a lot of different things that you can do. Something that I like to do is I like to add stereo and high quality to my prompts as well. You can play around with that. There's some resources out there that might give you some good tips when it comes to adding additional things. Another thing that you might want to add as well is outro, because what tends to happen with Suno is sometimes you're going to get a song and then it will cut off at the end. Now, that's not necessarily a bad thing because you can use the extend function. You can see right here where it says extend, and you can extend your song. But if you want to make sure that the song ends before the end of the generation, then you might want to put something like outro, or you can even put something like fade out at end or something of the sort. The more detailed you get with your prompts, the more you're going to be able to dial in the results and get what you're looking for. So that gives you an idea of how to do something quite simple. If you want to do something a little bit more complicated, well, first off, let's take a look at the instrumental here. So if we just toggle that, then that is something to tell Suno, hey, we don't want any lyrics with this. We just want something, a simple tune. And so you can always toggle on and off the instrumental option to make sure that something does or does not have lyrics. Another thing here to point out is you do have the option here where it says classic lyrics model. Now, you are going to need a subscription if you use the Remy model, and that is a little bit more creative in its output, but you can select between Remy or Classic. But let's go ahead and click on Custom here. And now we have a little bit more information that we can add. And if we toggle off instrumental, then you can see that you can enter in your own lyrics. The other thing you can do is you can even have Suno help you write a song. So if you click here where it says full song, then let's just say a love song, not a long song, a love song. And we'll just kind of keep that simple. And then we'll go ahead and click here where it says write lyrics. And now Suno is going to help us by writing some lyrics. And then you could see we get two options. So you can select whichever option you want. And if you really want to get silly with it, you can have a lot of fun with it. So let's go ahead and do a love song about puppies. Why not? Who doesn't love puppies? Let's go ahead and click on that. And now Suno is going to create our song about puppies. And you can see here the lyrics, and you can look through and decide which one you like the best. And then you can go ahead and just click select this option, and there you go. Boom. Now we have our lyrics and they're ready to go. And let's go ahead and scroll down a bit. And you can see now we have our style of music. So let's go ahead and do a rap song about puppies. Why not? And that's what's going to happen here. Suno's going to create our love song, and it's going to be about puppies, and it's going to be a rap song. So once we have all those details, then we can go ahead and hit create at the bottom. So let's go ahead and hit create, and we're going to create our rap song about puppies. Now, while that's working, let's just take a look at a couple of other things here that are important to note. Here where it says upload audio, if you have your own audio that you want to upload, you can do that. You can also record. So you can see here, record audio. So this is where if you have your own song, you have your lyrics and you have a song idea, then if you are on the free version, then you can upload up to 1 minute of audio. Or if you're on the subscription, you can upload up to 2 minutes. And then from there, what even though 1 minute or 2 minutes might not be enough for the entire song, the key thing here is to make sure if you have a song is to put in your lyrics, the entire lyrics of your song, because what Suno is going to do is it's going to take the audio input that you have added, and then it's going to apply that as best as it can to whatever your lyrics are. Now, it is a bit of a roll of the dice. Sometimes you're not always going to get the results that you're looking for, but also Suno tends to do some very interesting, inventive things. And one thing you can do as well, if you have a song idea and you want Suno's help, then you can actually generate a song. And then another thing you can do is you can get the stems for the song. So if you go to create, and right now it's not giving us the option, but what we're looking for, I guess it's just thinking. So let's try the next option down here. Let's click on that. Now let's select create. There we go. So under create, you'll see the option here, get stems. And when you select get stems, then what's going to happen is Suno is going to generate 2 tracks, one with the instrumental and one with the vocals. So what you can do if you're a singer is you can get the instrumental, but then you're going to have to take the instrumental and you're going to have to pull it into another software, another DAW. You can use something like Audacity, or there's many different DAWs, digital audio workstations that you can work with. Audacity is free. So if you're looking for a free DAW that you can use, then what you can do is you can pull over the instrumental into Audacity, and then you can sing your vocals on top of that. So that way you can get something that's more unique, and that's one way of going about it. But we have our puppy rap song, so let's go ahead and take a listen to that.
In the morning light, you wag your tail, tiny paws leaving a funny trail. Your eyes are sparkling like the brightest star. Together forever, ain't no place too far. You're my fluffy ball of joy.
So there you go. Now, this is a good indication, a good example here of the fact that unfortunately you don't always get the results that you're looking for. So this doesn't really sound like a rap song, it sounds more like a pop song. But let's go ahead and listen to the second option and see what we got from that.
In the morning light, you wag your tail, tiny paws leaving a funny trail.
So we're getting kind of the same thing here with the second result as well. But this is a good opportunity to point out the fact that we did generate this using version 3.5. And that's something that is important to note. So another thing, if you look at this option here, this you can click on and you can see that we have different versions that we can choose from. And this is where you are going to need a subscription in order to gain access to version 4. Another thing too is this is also a good opportunity to maybe refine our prompt a little bit. So let's go ahead and let's try something that's a little bit more specific. So we're just going to put rap, comma, hip hop. And let's go ahead and try it out. Let's see what kind of results we get here. So we're going to go ahead and hit create again. And again, Suno is going to offer us two options for us to listen to. Now, as I said, sometimes when it comes to Suno or any AI music generator, it doesn't always get it right. And this is where you can play around with those 50 free credits, and sometimes you can get some good stuff. But if you really want to be able to play around and kind of dial it in and get something unique, then you might need to get that subscription. But this is already finished, or at least it's in a usable state here. Sometimes Suno takes a few moments to complete the song. Once it's done, then you should see the time for the song here. So you could see here that it's blanked out, but down here we can actually see the time. That's an indication that this Suno is still working on the song. But let's go ahead and take a listen really quick.
In the morning light, you wag your tail. Forever ain't no place to fall.
Yeah, unfortunately, Suno just doesn't seem to want to really get this rap song going. So unfortunately, it is what it is. Let's go ahead and try the other version out. Let's see what happens.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah. In the morning light, you wag your tail. Tiny paws, forever ain't no place to fall. Yeah, happy toy, every bark.
That one's a bit closer to the mark. That one's got a bit more of a hip hop vibe there, but unfortunately, we're still not getting our rap. Now, it's possible that the rap might come in later on in the song, but we're not going to listen through the whole song. Again, when it comes to Suno, when it comes to any AI music generator, sometimes you have to try a few versions before you really get what you're looking for. But that gives you at least an idea of how you can get started with Suno. And there are a lot of different options here to play around with. One thing that is important to take note of are these three little dots next to each of our generations. If you click on those three dots, as we took a look before, then you're going to have additional options. And here under Create, we have a variety of options that we can play with. Some of those are only going to be available if you have a subscription. But if you want to download your songs, then you can come here to download, and then you can see that you can download in MP3. You need a subscription in order to download a WAV file. But if you have that, then you should see those options there. You can also download as a video. The video is going to download as a simple image with the lyrics to the song. So it's nothing too spectacular, but it is kind of nice to have that option. And that just has, again, the lyrics to the song there. So that gives you an idea of how you can get started with Suno. And that's all there is to it. If you found this video helpful, please leave a comment and like and subscribe for more helpful tips.